Sweet.
Hey John, the fight game deals up lots of things, you know. You end up in different countries, and you've been to a couple over the last couple of months.
Yeah, I have. I actually was in Tahiti for James's fight in December. I think it was a couple of days before Christmas, and then came back here, spent New Year's with the family, and then a few weeks later get called to go over, so it was good.
Tell us a little bit about Tahiti first of all.
Tahiti is amazing. It's a fighting culture similar to New Zealand. Obviously, they're still growing the same way that we are, and they're starting to get a lot of backing. So the people are getting behind it. I think that's due to the growth of MMA, which is a lot due to this gym and the fighters there. When you go there, you just see all CKB t-shirts and fighters, you know, from Israel, the Carlos, Dan, and all of them, and even some of the guys coming up like Toes 'em Up and that. So it's amazing to see. You go there, it feels like another state of Auckland, eh?
What was the crowd like? Did they get a good turnout?
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it just feels like it's a home. They love fighting. Fighting is a very big part of their culture. They have a lot of mana, and mana means spirit, the same way it means spirit here. So just like us, win or lose, you go in there with a big mana and you come back to your family with your mana intact, and that's all that really matters, you know.
Cool. What was the weather like? Was it hot over there?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Summertime there as well. I mean, it's always summer there, but just a little bit hotter. It was like they're hot for them, which is sizzling for me. But yeah, no, it was amazing there. Great weather, great people, beaches. Yeah, can't complain.
You get back home and then you get the call up to go and help Volk in his camp.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as help. I mean, I went over there and, like we said, you take over good energy and you try to add to the camp as much as you can. Try not to take anything away from them, you know. If anything, I was there trying not to ruin anything. Just try to do my part, and whatever they needed, whatever Joe needed, whatever Alex needed, you had sent me over there to help, and in any sort of way. Yeah, didn't get as many rounds as I would have liked to there with Volk, obviously. But they had, lucky for me, they had a lot of other big bodies. Obviously, because I'm a little bit bigger than Volk, you know, being a couple of divisions higher. So Kieran actually did a lot of the rounds with Volk, but I was there with a lot of the drilling, so I got to learn a lot. Regardless, mate, it was just a great time. It was a great time for me to go there and learn and just be part of that environment, the championship environment. Yeah.
Volk's got something about him, you know, when he used to come over here and train, there's just an aura about him, and when he comes to training, it's like a step up for everybody. Is it still like that?
Oh, exactly like that. If anything, even more so now. Volk's got a little bit of chip on the shoulder, obviously, with this fight coming up. It's dangerous, because everything you're saying is true, but now Volk feels like he's got something to prove, you know, and that's always going to be quite dangerous when the champ who's been that dominant is feeling like he's the underdog. And yeah, I can't wait to see him, man. Yeah, nothing but great work happening over there.
How's Joe?
Joe's doing good. Joe's Joe. Like I told Joe, the world needs people like Joe. He's a very rare kind, and he shouldn't change at all. We need that constant in our life. But Joe's there, mad as hell, still giving everybody trouble, keeping everybody accountable, but at the same time, still making sure that everybody's on the right track. And Joe's doing an awesome job over there.
The class of fighter, because you know they started off with a smaller gym and they've been getting on bigger shows. Who else was there that the people back here in New Zealand or even in America might know?
Well, definitely Colby. They have a young kid over there named Colby Fitness. Sorry, Colbs, if that's how you say it, but he's doing really, really well over there. They also had the eternal champ there, Justin Van Herden, Lockjaw, and he was over there doing some good work, and obviously Craig Jones. Yeah, so it's amazing to see Craig as well. He was definitely another asset there that I was able to just sit there and learn. And obviously, how can I forget the MVP, Frank Hickman? One of the best wrestling coaches in the world is there. Obviously, doing his job, putting in the work, crafting his craft. And for me, as a student, just allowing to see that and be part of that process and learn and hopefully put it into my game, and then more importantly, bring it back to my community. That was the job, you know.
Talking about your career yourself, have you got something lined up?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, right now I'm training and I'm getting ready to fight. I put my name up, but I let the powers that be deal with that. Yeah, obviously the team works hard and they know what they're doing, so I trust my team, and when they feel like I'm ready, whenever that is, I'm not too sure when. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah, I'll be fit to go. But right now my job is to get in here, be a fighter, absorb the energy, try to figure out what we need to do to get better every day, and the fight will come when the fight will come.
Tell us a little bit about, forgot to ask you about James's fight in Tahiti. He was the main event.
Yeah, James's fight in Tahiti was good. It was hard. He fought a little bit of an experienced opponent. Well, he was experienced. He had 10 pro fights, and he hadn't fought in a while. Sometimes that's a little bit more of a challenging fight. The only reason why is because what you're basing him on is something so long ago, and then when you can't find tape, it's hard to prepare for an unknown guy. And normally, when you're fighting someone with like a little experience, that's normal, but you both don't have experience. But when you're fighting someone with experience, with little knowledge, that's a bit harder, especially when it's someone that's had at least 10 pro fights. So the game plan for James was to go in there and try to figure him out and play it off the fly, and that's what he did. I felt like it was quite a dominant victory. He's a little bit rough on his performance. He felt like he should have done more, but I felt like he didn't need to risk any more than what he needed to do. He was doing what he needed to do to manage the fight and to win the fight. Like we're saying, when you're in the unknown, it's better off not. You know, if you're doing your job, if you get a little bit greedy sometimes, that's when it can come back to play. But James is a little bit mad at himself. He didn't get to pressure a little more and get the finish and get a little bit more damage than he wanted to. But that's entirely my fault because I was yelling at him. So, no. So I don't blame old mate. Old mate wanted to fight. It was me that was telling him that wasn't a good idea. There'll be one of James's opponents coming up soon. There will be time for us to show that we can do that. But we decide.
Any chance of the Vake boys being on the same card somewhere along?
Hopefully, yeah, HEX is coming to Auckland, and I hear that they're going to Trust Stadium, which is West Auckland, which is where we're from. So if HEX, if you want a sold-out arena, you put the Vake brothers at Trust Stadium.
Good on you. Well, I hope it works out, mate, because that would be good for the whole game, not only the Vake boys.
Hopefully soon.